In a world where the decisions of a few can impact the lives of millions, some leaders stand out for their political power, military might, or economic influence. Some inspire fear, others admiration, but they all have one thing in common: their influence goes beyond borders. Today, we'll meet the 10 most powerful leaders in the world in 2025. This isn't just about countries, but about the people who truly hold the fate of the planet in their hands. Number 10. Yoon Suk-yeol, the president of South Korea. Over the last 10 years, South Korea has become one of the most influential powers in Asia, both in terms of its economy and technology. Yoon Suk-yeol became president in May 2022, and he has made South Korea even more important in the region. Yoon used to be the top prosecutor, and he is known for being really tough on national security, especially when it comes to the threat from North Korea. Since he became president, he has been very practical about how he deals with other countries. He has made South Korea's relationship with the United States even stronger because the US is South Korea's closest ally. He's also trying to find a good balance in how he deals with China. Yoon's power isn't just about what he can do inside South Korea. As president, he has given South Korea a very important role in Asian politics, especially with all the tension with North Korea. He has also made South Korea even more of a leader in technology and business. South Korea makes a lot of semiconductors, which are super important for the world's economy. So Yoon has the power to influence important technology industries that directly affect the global market. Where South Korea is located also gives Yoon a lot of power. South Korea is one of the most democratic countries in Asia, but it's in a very dangerous part of the world, right next to one of the most closed-off and aggressive countries, North Korea. Having to deal with a country that has nuclear weapons and is run by an unpredictable leader makes Yoon really important to the whole world. He's not just trying to keep his own country safe. Because South Korea is so close to all the problems on the Korean peninsula, what he does also directly affects the decisions of other countries in the region. Number 9. Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky has become one of the most surprising and admired figures on the world stage in recent years. His rise to power was relatively quiet, but his leadership during the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine launched him onto the international stage, making him a symbol of resistance against aggression. Despite his background as a comedian and actor, Zelensky has proven to be a remarkable statesman, uniting his country in one of the most difficult moments in its recent history. His power lies not only in his control over his nation, but also in his ability to rally international allies and maintain global support, especially in Europe and North America. Since the beginning of the Russian invasion, Zelensky has played a crucial role in mobilizing Western democracies to support Ukraine. Through skillful diplomacy and his presence in international forums, he has persuaded countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and members of the European Union to provide military, economic, and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. This support has been essential for the Ukrainian resistance, allowing the country to defend its sovereignty against one of the largest armies in the world. Moreover, his ability to maintain the morale of his people, despite the difficult conditions, has strengthened his image as not only a national leader, but also a global one. Zelensky also stands out for his ability to use media and social media to his advantage, communicating directly with the Ukrainian people and the entire world. His speeches have gone viral, and his message of fighting for freedom and democracy has resonated with millions of people worldwide. In doing so, he not only exerts influence in his own country, but has also become a central figure in the global debate on sovereignty and the defense of democratic values. His leadership is a testament to how a president can significantly influence world politics, even when his country faces existential threats. Coming in at number 8, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France. Leading France since 2017, Emmanuel Macron is one of the most important leaders in Europe. He's had a big impact on world politics in recent years. France has a strong military and a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. Under Macron, France has been a key player in global diplomacy. Macron is known for making tough choices in tough times. He wants to see Europe become stronger and more united. He really stepped up during uncertain times, like the 2015 refugee crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic. This showed everyone he could handle global problems. One of Macron's big things is his view on how Europe should work together. He's all about European countries working together more, especially when it comes to safety and defense. He believes Europe needs to be able to stand up for itself. That's why he's a big supporter of a shared European defense force. He's also been a mediator in several international conflicts. Macron's France has been a strong voice for a united Europe and has played a major role in world politics, from taking action in Africa to being a key player in the relationship between Europe and the United States. He's also a big believer in fighting climate change. He wants France to lead the way in finding new energy sources. Back home, Macron has faced some pushback, especially about his changes to work laws and immigration policies. But he's stayed in charge even when people disagreed with him. This practical approach gives him a lot of influence on the world stage. 7th, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, President of Turkey. Since taking office in 2003, first as Prime Minister and then as President, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan has transformed Turkey into a regional power with great influence in the Middle East and beyond. His leadership has been crucial in positioning Turkey as a key player in international politics, especially in the context of tensions in Syria, Iraq, and the Caucasus. Although his government has been criticized for its authoritarian turn and the restriction of freedoms, particularly in the media and the judicial system, it is undeniable that he has consolidated his power in Turkey and has managed to maintain his relevance on the global stage. One of the pillars of Erdogan's foreign policy has been the defense of national interests in nearby conflict zones, such as Syria, and his attempt to assert Turkey as a driving force within NATO. Furthermore, he has sought to expand Turkey's influence in the Islamic world, while maintaining a delicate balance in relations with Europe and the United States. His relationships with these actors have sometimes been strained, but his ability to navigate troubled waters has been crucial in securing his position of power. Erdogan has also played a key role in the refugee crisis, with his handling of the situation on the border with Europe earning him considerable influence in international negotiations. His leadership remains a central factor in Middle Eastern politics, and his power is based on a solid base of domestic support, which allows him to make tough decisions in times of crisis. 6th, Mohammed bin Salman, Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia. Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, has taken on a really important role in the politics of Saudi Arabia and the whole Gulf region. Since he became Crown Prince in 2017, he's been pushing for a bunch of changes within Saudi Arabia. These changes are all part of his big plan called Vision 2030. The goal is to make Saudi Arabia's economy more modern and less reliant on oil. Some of these changes include opening up new parts of the economy, like entertainment and tourism. He's also encouraging technology and wants more people from other countries to invest in Saudi Arabia. However, his government has also been criticized for its stance on human rights, especially when it comes to how women are treated and how the government silences those who disagree with it. MBS has shown he has a lot of power on the world stage, mainly because he's a leader in the Arab world and has a lot of influence within OPEC. As the guy in charge of Saudi Arabia, he controls one of the biggest oil producers in the world, which gives him a lot of economic power in international markets. On top of that, his role in the conflict in Yemen and his relationships with countries like the United States and Russia give him a powerful position in global diplomacy. Even though he's young, MBS has really solidified his power within the Saudi royal family. He's managed to push other family members out of important positions and now has total control over political and economic decisions. His influence reaches far beyond Saudi Arabia's borders, and he's a key figure in Middle Eastern politics. Number 5, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India. Narendra Modi has greatly led India's rise as a world power in recent years. He took office as Prime Minister in 2014, and since then has managed to stimulate the country's economic growth, making India the 5th largest economy in the world. His government has been characterized by a series of political and economic reforms that have allowed the country to progress in key sectors such as technology, infrastructure, and manufacturing. Furthermore, Modi has succeeded in transforming India into a key player on the international stage, strengthening ties with world powers, particularly the United States, Japan, and European countries. One of Modi's greatest successes has been his economic success. His government has taken steps to reduce bureaucracy, attract foreign investment, and promote digitalization at all levels of Indian society. However, his policies have also sparked controversy, especially regarding agricultural reform and his stance towards Muslim minorities. Despite these criticisms, Modi has managed to maintain a solid base of support and was re-elected in 2019 with a strong mandate. On the international stage, India has taken a more proactive stance under Modi's leadership. His country has been a key ally in the Indo-Pacific region and has demonstrated its ability to address economic and security challenges. India has also become a military power, being one of the largest and most advanced nations in terms of nuclear weapons. Modi has played a crucial role in defending democracy in Asia, addressing threats from China and Pakistan, and playing a key role in regional power dynamics. Number 4. Ali Khamenei, Supreme Leader of Iran. Ali Khamenei, Supreme Leader of Iran since 1989, is one of the most influential and powerful leaders in the world. Although Iran is an Islamic republic with a democratically elected president, Khamenei holds absolute control over the country. He oversees all crucial aspects of the government, including foreign policy, the armed forces, and the interpretation of Islamic law. As Supreme Leader, Khamenei holds almost absolute authority and is the central figure of the Islamic Revolution, which transformed Iran into a nation with a theocratic system of government. His power is not limited to Iran, but also has a significant impact on regional politics. Khamenei has been a staunch supporter of backing militant groups and expanding Iranian influence in countries like Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, and Yemen. His foreign policy is characterized by a challenge to the West, particularly the United States and its allies in the Middle East, such as Israel and Saudi Arabia. This stance has made Iran a key player in regional instability, and Khamenei's influence is evident in all political and military conflicts in the Middle East. The threat of a nuclear Iran has been a central issue during his rule. Despite international agreements like the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, concerns about Iran's nuclear program continue to cause global tensions. Khamenei has also tightened government control over the media and civil society, holding unparalleled domestic power in the region. His leadership has been crucial in maintaining cohesion within the theocratic regime and continuing to exert significant influence on global politics. 3. Donald Trump, President of the United States. Donald Trump has won back the White House after his victory in the 2024 presidential election. His new term promises to be just as impactful as his first. Despite his style and policies being very divisive, Trump remains one of the most powerful figures in the world. Under his leadership, the United States remains the world's largest military and economic power, giving him unmatched influence over all aspects of global politics. Trump has established a more nationalist and protectionist approach, with policies focused on reducing taxes, strengthening domestic industries, and taking a more aggressive stance in international trade. His administration has prioritized national security, especially in the face of challenges from powers like China and Russia. Despite criticism of his stance on human rights, immigration, and the environment, Trump continues to be a central figure for a large portion of the American population and a major player in world politics. Despite the domestic and international tensions he has generated, Trump maintains significant control over the Republican Party and remains a divisive leader. His influence is felt both domestically, where his base of support remains strong, and on the international stage, where his decision to abandon or modify multilateral agreements is shaping global politics in a lasting way. Trump has the ability to shape American foreign policy and therefore influence the course of world history. In second place, Vladimir Putin, President of Russia. Vladimir Putin has been the president of Russia since 2000, except for a short period between 2008 and 2012 when he was the prime minister. During his time in office, he has made his power in Russia stronger and turned the country into one of the most important, powerful countries in the world. Putin has total control over Russian politics, the armed forces, and the intelligence services. He has taken a stand against the West, especially after Russia took over Crimea in 2014 and invaded Ukraine in 2022. Putin's power comes from his ability to control the political system inside Russia. He controls not only the government but also the media and the people who disagree with him. Many people in Russia look up to him, but some people don't like that he acts like a dictator and doesn't allow different opinions. On the world stage, Putin has made Russia a major player, challenging America's leadership and spreading his influence in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Under Putin, Russia is still one of the biggest nuclear powers, with more than 8,000 nuclear weapons. His ability to make quick and strong decisions like invading Ukraine gives him a lot of power in world politics. Even though economic penalties and being isolated by other countries have hurt Russia, Putin is still a powerful leader. He can make the world less stable if he wants to, by using the military or making political moves. So, Xi Jinping, the president of China. Xi Jinping is at the top of the list of the most powerful world leaders in 2025. Since taking office in 2013, Xi has consolidated absolute control over China and has become a central figure in both national and international politics. Under his leadership, China has continued its rise as a global power, with an economy that directly competes with the United States and a military that has undergone complete modernization, becoming one of the most powerful in the world. Xi has managed to consolidate his power by eliminating any opposition within the Chinese Communist Party and succeeding in having term limits removed, allowing him to exercise unrestricted control. His leadership has made China a key player in global politics, with growing influence in Africa, Latin America, Europe, and the Indo-Pacific. The Belt and Road Initiative, which aims to expand China's economic and geopolitical influence, is just one example of how Xi has transformed his country's role on the world stage. Xi Jinping's foreign policy is characterized by an aggressive stance in the Indo-Pacific, particularly in the South China Sea, and by challenging American hegemony. His vision for China is clear: to make it the dominant superpower of the 21st century. His control over technology and innovation has also put China in a strong position to shape the coming decades. Xi Jinping's power, both domestically and internationally, makes him one of the most influential and powerful leaders in the world. These prominent figures don't just lead their own countries, they hold the power to shape the future of the entire world. With decisions that impact economies, global conflicts, and power balances, their influence reaches far beyond their national borders. Each of them, with their unique style and challenges, plays a crucial role on the world stage in 2025. Who do you think has the most influence today? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more content about the leaders of our time. Goodbye!